You have a breakthrough in the Lord, and I say, why isn't everybody else like it? Why aren't other congregations like us? No, forget it. God has called us, but we are accountable. Stay humble. Paul said, lest I become, he says of himself, a castaway. Paul? He said, yeah, I have to humble myself. I have to crucify my body every day so I don't become a castaway, lest preaching to others after that I become a castaway. Humble yourself. What will God do? Lift you up. So how do you stay high? Stay humble. How do you stay humble? If you're climbing a mountain and you look down, you'll get dizzy. You see how far above the ground I am, and you start getting dizzy. So what happens is when you start rising up, you're doing well, you start getting dizzy with pride. It's very easy. How do you stop getting dizzy? If you're on a mountain, you don't look down. You look up. You just keep looking up. How do you avoid pride? In rising, and how do you keep the growth continuous so you don't have to go up and then get struck down, up, humbled, up? How do you do it? You don't look down. You don't look at the people who are behind, who are not where you are. You don't look at, wow, see how far I've come. I mean, you could say, thank God that he's brought me. But you keep looking up at God. Because when you look up at God, it doesn't matter how far you come, you're still just as humble as you were before. Because look how you and God is the same place. He's still infinitely above you. And still, no matter the most holy person in the world, there's still filthy rags compared to God. So the same attitude as a new believer, I'm still looking up to heaven, just like I was then. You see? Doesn't matter where other people are, I'm still with God. What did Paul say? Forgetting what lies behind, and he says upward call. He's going up a mountain. He's going up. Forgetting what lies behind, I press on. I'm looking ahead. That's how he stays humble. When down at the Messiah Conference in Grantham, Pennsylvania, nearby is the place where the Battle of Gettysburg was fought. So once or twice we've gone down there, and I went down there with Gary and some others, and I won't go get into some stuff there. But one of the key things about Gettysburg is that there's this thing called Little Round Top and Big Round Top and these hills. The key was at the beginning to get the high ground. The first army that got it, the Union got the high ground. And once in war, the high ground is crucial. It's crucial. God has called us to victory, therefore the high ground. We must be people who take the high ground and will win. Take the low ground, you won't win. Turn to 1 Samuel. I want to show you something here. 1 Samuel 14. 1 Samuel 14 and verse 4. And between the passes by which Jonathan sought to cross over to the Philistines' garrison, there was a sharp crag on the one side, a sharp crag on the other side, and the name of one was Bozez, and the name of the other was Seneh. The one crag rose on the north opposite Michmash. We get the word Mishmash from that. And the other on the south opposite Geba. Then Jonathan said to the young man who was carrying his armor, "Come, let us cross over to the garrison of these uncircumcised. Perhaps the Lord will work for us. For the Lord is not restrained to save by many or by few." And his armor bearer said to him, "Do all that is in your heart. Turn yourself, and here I am with you, according to your desire." Then Jonathan said, "Behold, we will cross over to the men. We will reveal ourselves to them. If they say to us, 'Wait until we come to you,' we will stand in our place and not go up to them. But if they say, 'Come up to us,' we will go up, for the Lord has given them into our hands, and this shall be a sign to us." And when both of them revealed themselves to the garrison of the Philistines said, "Behold, Hebrews are coming out of the holes where they've hidden themselves." So the men of the garrison hailed Jonathan and his armor bearer and said, "Come up to us, we will tell you something." And Jonathan said to his armor bearer, "Come up after me, for the Lord has given them into the hands of Israel." Then Jonathan climbed up on his hands and feet with his armor bearer behind him. They fell before Jonathan and his armor bearer and put some to death after him. And it goes on. The point here is, in order to win against the enemy, they had to climb the mountain. They had to take the high places. The enemy takes strongholds, and part of taking the higher ground in your life is to say, I am not letting the enemy have that stronghold anymore. First thing in the higher ground is take that stronghold back. Take the stronghold back.